Welcome to Wacky Wednesdays, where everyone has a chance to show off their car mods. And here's this week's winner.
I've got a cool little wiring tip for you guys that run either a line lock or a trans brake when you drag race your cars. Today I want to show you how I wired up the line lock in my Nova for when I go drag racing. Now my line lock came with this red light, and you're supposed to mount it on your dash somewhere or drill a hole in your dash, and it illuminates when you activate the solenoid that activates the line lock. Now I didn't want to drill another hole in my dash, so I used something else. Okay, so this is the instrument cluster in my Nova. On the left you see the generator light for the alternator battery, and on the right you see the brake and the oil light. Now the brake light is what I'm going to worry about right now, because it's used for two different things by GM. One, if there's a failure with the master cylinder, or if you have the parking brake on. Now I'll take the parking brake off and the light goes out. So since GM used this same light for two different things, I'm going to use it for a third. I'm going to use it to let me know that my line lock is on. Okay, this is the parking brake underneath the dash of my Nova. It's a foot pedal. And here's the switch right here. This is the power supply line. Power comes from the fuse box to this switch, and when it grounds, it operates the light. So I'll put the parking brake on. You'll see how it grounds there, and it illuminates the light in the dash. So I'm going to take power from here to send it to the switch at the shifter. So what I did was I took this line off, and I've got one of these adapters that has a female end with two male ends that you just put on the switch, like so. Take the original power wire, connect it so the power's there, and then I had to run a new wire that goes to the switch at the shifter. Since this is powered, this new connector is also powered. And I put the new wire on here. Power now goes to the shifter through this wire. And when I push the button on the shifter, it grounds the circuit, turns the light on in the dashboard just as if I put this parking brake on. All right, here's the instrument cluster of my Nova again. Generator light is on, oil light is on because the engine is not running, but the power is on. And you see the brake light is out because the parking brake is off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you when I push the button on the shifter, you'll see the brake light go on, and if I'm lucky enough, you'll actually be able to hear the solenoid in the line lock go on and off. So now I know when my line lock is applied and when it's released. Okay, I hope this wiring diagram helps explain a little bit better what I did. You've got power going from the battery to the light in the instrument cluster, and then down to the switch at the parking brake. Now again, this is a fully hot wire all the way down to that switch. So I spliced off the switch where it's still hot, sent it to the shifter switch, from the shifter switch to the 86 terminal on the relay. Then the 85 terminal is what is grounded, and that is the signal switch for the relay. Now power to operate the line lock comes from the battery through a 4-amp fuse to the number 30 terminal on the relay, and then goes out the 87 terminal when power is applied to 86. And then that is what operates the line lock. And like I just said, this doesn't have to be just for a line lock. You could do this if you have a trans brake as well. They both operate on the same principle. So even you guys that don't have Novas, you could use it on your emergency brake that's in your console that you pull with your hand. A lot of stereo systems will use that same line to tell whether your car is in park or the brake is on, so it'll operate the DVD player, you know what I mean? So you can tap it the same exact way. I hope you found this video informative. Get some use out of it at the drag strip. As always, happy motoring.
Well, that was this week's video, and to have your car mod shown on my channel here, check this out. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.